Hello, and welcome to Paris Picks. Today I'm doing a video review of the Bare Bones 4-piece hooks and 3 bones that I purchased with my own money from lockpickersbench.com. These are all in 20 thousandths. And today I'll talk about what I like, the features, and some things that I don't like about this set. First of all, I'll talk about the 3 bones set. Now these are rather medium to deep hooks. The set comes with 3 of them. The first one is a little bit of a flat hook, but it's a very narrow flat, as you can see. Then the other 2 are actually gem style hooks with a point at the end. The 2 gem style hooks are identical in approach, other than the one has a little bit more reach. This one is a little bit deeper steeper, I should say, of a hook. And yeah, I really like these profiles. As you know, Bare Bones uses 301 high yield steel, which is a really good tool steel. I bought these mainly for that fact, and I liked the profiles. Moving on to the 4-piece hooks set, what we get is a short flat hook. And I really do like the thin shank on this particular one. Then we have a medium gem style hook. We have a medium to small half diamond, and again with a really thin shank, which I appreciate on this profile. Lastly, we get to a profile that, to be quite honest, I've never understood in the year and a half I've been practicing this hobby, the DeForest diamond. And I don't understand it because why would you not just use a hook? Especially with this little triangle tip at the front of it, it just feels clunky inside the lock. If I were to keep this for my use, I would take it on my bench grinder and shave that little point of it off so that it's more of a rounded profile. In fact, we can do a direct comparison to a couple of them from the Southord C1500 set. You can see that this middle one is more of a rounded profile. But tell me what I'm missing in the comments. Do you use this profile? Do you like it? What's the benefit? What's the benefit of using this over a hook? If you know the total rise in the profile is similar, what's the benefit? That's my question to you. So some of the things I like, I do like the size of the handles. Just for a size comparison, I have the flat hook from Covert Instruments Genesis set. And it's a really beefy handle. It feels really nice in my hands. Not only is the handle significantly bigger, just a little bit longer than your standard scaled hook, but the hook itself is considerably longer, especially the 4-piece hook set, which you see is about 1/4 of an inch longer than the 3 bones set. Now this can be a plus and a minus. Just for comparison, this is a multi-pick scaled handle, which the dimension is almost the same as a Covert Instruments. But in your Paclock 90A Pro, for example, I'm on pin 7 right now, and I just have enough room right there for my finger to rest on the shaft, the shank of the pick. If I were to add one of the multi-pick add-on handles, also that Lockpickers Bench sells, I would be hard pressed to have room to touch the shank of the pick there, whereas this one from the 3 bones set, I'm on pin 7 right now, and plenty of room with my finger, and even a little bit more room with the 4 hooks set. American 1100, similar story. I'm on pin 5 right now, and there's plenty of room to touch the pick for free feedback. On the other side of that coin, however, this little 4-pin master lock, if I'm on pin 1, I'm in a quite extended position of holding my pick. So depending on how you like to hold your pick, how you like to receive the feedback, just be aware that these are not only larger handles, which I happen to like, but also longer in the shank. You can do a direct comparison with this multi-pick that you can see. Couple things that I don't like about this set. First, these handles, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but they're just simply glued on. And at this price point, I would have hoped for a better process, some sort of epoxy or plastic fusing or something of that nature. And just to give a comparison to the Jimmy Long's handle, which is totally fused. These handles, I can slide my thumbnail in this bottom portion of the handle because it's only actually glued onto the metal pick itself. So that's something I don't necessarily like about this set, but I can certainly live with it. In terms of fit and finish, if Jimmy Long's gets his mass production up and running, I'm going to be basically buying everything he sells, because this is probably my favorite overall profile right now for as far as handle, fitment, and all the other qualities of a lockpick. Until the Apex comes out from Covert Instruments, that is. and then maybe I'll give those a look. The second thing that I don't necessarily like about these bare bones is I wish they had gone through a little bit more tumbling and polishing process. You can see some of the sharp edges. That this just isn't found on something like Multipick, which is a similar price point. This is easily remedied, however, and now at this point in a video review, typically reviewers will show off their lockpicking skills and use this set to pick a lock. I certainly could do that, but I think instead I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to finish this up with a little bit of polishing. And just to give you an idea of what those sharp edges do, when I'm inserting this in the lock and I'm running the pick along the key pins, the sharpness of the pick feels like I'm cutting into the brass of the key pin. And at a small molecular level, I'm sure that's what I'm doing, because stainless steel is quite a bit stronger than brass. Whereas with the multi-pick or the other very finished picks like Jimmy Longs, as I run my pick along the key pins, it feels smooth because of that smooth metal edge of the pick. So give me just a moment to get my little bench grinder set up. Now this is the 3-inch bench grinder from Harbor Freight. And whatever else you may think about Harbor Freight, they do have some good things. I wouldn't necessarily trust all of their products, but this one certainly has treated me very well. This comes off the shelf at $50 if you don't get it on sale, but oftentimes you can get a coupon or find it on sale for $40. And for that, I think it's a tremendous value. It comes with this little flex attachment for Dremel bits. This is a 1/8 inch shaft where you can put all your Dremel bits on there, and it spins, as you can see, with the shaft of the grinder. I've found the grinding wheel to be very adequate for this small work that I've done. A little bit shaping picks and using this end to polish. I even, not to get too sidetracked, but inserted this pair of scissors into my older style Leatherman. You can see one of the things I had to do was cut that little groove because the locking mechanism of the tool that I took this from was slightly different. I think this turned out really well. But anyway, let's get to polishing up these bare bones. On this particular grinder, I like to go about half speed when I'm using the polishing wheel. Full speed for these picks especially is a little too aggressive in my opinion. So as always, be careful with moving parts, moving machinery, power tools, and please assume your own risk as I am assuming mine. just in a couple minutes, or probably 1 minute per pick, I think it's substantially better. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I'll do the rest of them off camera. And I hope you enjoyed this review. As you can tell, I'm just starting out my YouTube channel. So if you like the content, like this sort of content, please give a subscribe.